Hey, 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 hey. This is Ex Big Mama. How is everybody feeling? So I want to review some of these new cards that I got. Some oracles. Because tarot is just what it is, you know. You can buy as many cards that you want, you know what I'm saying? Because they all going to say the same thing, okay? But I done found some nice oracle cards. So we're going to see. And we're going to see how it's going to turn out. Believe it or not, them cards can get very costly. I promise you. And I'm very funny about my cards. I'm not even going to lie. So I found these on Temu. And they didn't have no box or anything, but this is what they look like. You know, just regular, flat, white packs. And I believe I literally won these, okay? Now, if I had to buy these myself, I would not. Because, like I said, these cards get very expensive. But I think, you know, the drawings on it are actually beautiful. You know what I'm saying? This one says powerful beyond measure. You know what I'm saying? That's something beautiful to tell somebody when you feel like you're not doing your best. It's a lot of, you know, sayings and different things like that, mantras. Like take care of your physical well-being, work on your health, check up, appointments, you know. So just I mean, it's a whole collection. And I got like two of these in total. And they give you, I think it's probably about, it's got to be like 75 cards on here. You know, they're actually beautiful though. You know what I'm saying? I understand where they're going. If I had to judge it, it would get a 2. Just because it just had nothing to it, you know. But the messages on here is actually nice, you know. But I believe I won these on Tumu, you know, and yeah, but you know, you gonna use them once you put your energy on them, honey. They'll be okay, okay. But I got them from Tumu, you know, and we like our boxes, don't we, ladies? We want to really, and I got cards that's so old though. I don't know, you know, the boxes got so old. So this is the one I just got from TikTok. And this one is the Mystic Forest Oracle bag. And I like it because I love the boxes. I really do. And they, oh my God, look how beautiful that they are. Look at those. Look at the colors. You know, I'm a fall girl anyway, so the colors is just giving to me. Look how beautiful those are. So I've already used them and everything. So, oh my God, look at the colors. Look, you know, look how beautiful they are. These gonna last me for a long, long time. Instant manifestation. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. It's the works for me. You decide what you want in your life. Hey baby, love and light. And I found these on TikTok for $5. Okay? Actually beautiful. And I'm going to tell you, they got a lot of Oracle cards in TikTok for $1.69. I mean, $1.65. Okay? Look how beautiful those are. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, baby. It says enter strength. I love it. You decide. Trust your feelings. Ain't that beautiful? Don't hide who you are. Whatever you wish, God will fix it for you. Thank you so much, baby. Oh my God, everything is here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just this is actually a beautiful deck, okay? And it's called the Mystic Tarot. I mean, Force. And I got these off of TikTok. Actually beautiful. These will last you, and I like the way they feel. They feel so great to the hand. Okay, so we're doing a review. Hey, baby, love and light. We're doing a review for these new cards that I just bought, and we get more people up in here that I do some readings. But I want to show you a couple of ones that I have. Now, this is called the Miracle Mantras. I thought that was beautiful because I think everybody, affirmations, mantras, all that is something very important when you live in a spiritual life. You know what I'm saying? It's something to encourage you. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure we always do that, okay? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, please. Ask Big Mama. You can also follow me on Mamatarot74. You can also follow me on Ask Big Mama Baity, Baity, and on TikTok, Ask Big Mama. Oh yes, it's some beautiful. I love mantras. I love affirmations. I love to speak it to myself. You know, a lot of us got to learn how to do that mirror magic. And all that is working on self. You know, doing your makeup. Go to the spirit of what the type of colors that's going to help you spiritually, you know. Coloring is very important. Speaking life over your situation all the time, okay? So when we do a mirror magic, we want to feel good for us, right? This is all about you, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that. Exactly. So I do a lot of glamour magic. I sure do for myself. And I showed my daughter how to do it, you know. They call me Axe Big Mama. So this is what the cards look like. I got these on TikTok as well. Just regular. But look how beautiful writings are. Look at that. It said, I always receive exactly what I ask for, or better. When you do your spiritual work, you're giving back to the universe and the creator all the blessings on top of blessings, right? That's a re-up one, okay? Caps is what you talking about? See, what I don't have to do, I ain't gotta deal with nothing if I don't want to. But these are actually beautiful cards, and I got these on TikTok. I always receive exactly what I ask for and better. Just something to speak it to your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. And one thing about these cards, the spirit will never lie for nobody. That's one thing I love about living a spiritual life, because it's not religion. It's be on your own, connected to the source, created to the earth. You know, all our rishas, our angels, our ancestors and stuff like that. You know, you can literally go sit up on a tree and hug on that tree and let all that pain go. You know, we have a lot of different things that we can use spiritually. Our spiritual baths, our grounding, our crystals, our firework, um, working with your orishas. We have so many different things, right? That we can use as tools to stay high vibrating, okay? So I get so excited about the creator and everything the creator do. It's not a day that I go by I'm not thankful and have gratitude for the spirit and what the universe is doing for all of us. I get paid to exist. Know your money. Know your worth. That is very important. Who wants to go to a job and they don't pay you? You considered a slave. That's what slaves had to go through. They had to work, exist, but they didn't get paid. Now we get an opportunity to get what we worth, right? Exactly. So you guys, y'all make sure y'all check out this box. This is the Miracle Mantras on TikTok. I believe I paid $6 for these. And I believe it's got like 75 cards in it. Okay. Beautiful. I think I fell in love with the writings. Absolutely beautiful. And they laminated so they feel good toward your hands and stuff like that. They're not flimsy and stuff like that. So they're going to last me for a long time. If you see some of my cards, baby, them cards, I'm always working. I'm telling you, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Now, some of them, I got these from Tumu. You can tell this Tumu. But I will say, the meanings of it is absolutely beautiful. I think they could have gave us a better box. Okay. And my daughter opened that, and I would have never opened that up like that, but our children. But they're actually beautiful though. They're actually beautiful. They're called the Zen Wisdom. Zen Wisdom Oracle cards. And I got these on Tumu. Okay? And with this one is saying, lasting keeper, hold beauty within, shapes, crafters, and cradle life, grateful in its thinness, hold and be contained. That's talking about whatever you do, you want to live from it. You want to eat from it. Whatever you do in your life, whatever you build in your life, you know what I'm saying? It can be lasting, relationships and everything. You have to make sure what it is. Ain't that beautiful? Yes. So they're beautiful. And I think I paid like $2.50 for these. They're beautiful. Only thing I didn't like was, come on, they could do better. For real, for real, for real. And then my daughter, she didn't open up like she should have. So I wasn't too, smitten on that. Because, packaging is everything. I'm sorry. I don't care if it only cost me $2. I still want what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to work with these. With my people who reach out for their private readings from me. So I want to make sure all my stuff is nice. But they're nice. They're very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I could have had a better look. You know what I'm saying? Money is money. I'm sorry. So then we got the comics insights. I really love these. Oh my goodness. I got these on Tumu as well. Exactly. I guess you pay for what you get. But as I started using them, very good cards. Just the package. I mean, at one time years ago, I found some dye at the dollar store, and I said it was dye. Man took my ass bald headed. My daughter said, "Mom, you got what you paid for." I said, "Never again would I ever do that shit again." Girl, I went bald. And I mean, it fell out the next day from the Dollar Tree. I should have knew better. But I'm frugal. Oh, and my daughter, she of a Virgo for real. If you ever dealt with a Virgo, you know they will get on your damn nerves. She couldn't wait to say something. Oh, she couldn't wait. That's what you get. That's what you paid for. I'm so mad. Walking around here crying and shit. You know, I got a man. I can't be walking around here big balls all around the damn house. I said, well, the living God. Okay, so let me show you these cards. These is very nice. I really like these ones. Simple, but they say what they need to say. Let's see. This says divorce. Who dealing with that right now? Who's walking away in the 8th and the 9th and the 10th? Who doing it? Hey, baby, love of light. Who got away from there? Who's about to do the divorce party? Because I'm about to do with mine. Some of y'all walking away. Some of y'all in this new timeline shift and that orange moon is really making people to walk away from situations that they can control. How you doing, baby? Love and light, long time. Yeah, so this you, it's that time. If it's been over 20 years and y'all in the same house, it's time to move on. So you could get your new man or your new woman, okay? Well, yeah. I mean, you would think so. You know, I will always say this. I'm old school, baby. The way you start with a person is the way it's going to end. If he started out with sex, it's going to end with sex. If it start with conversation, right? Courting, learning about each other before you go to the next level, it will end. If he never opened the door when you first got him, he ain't going to open the door after. The way you start with a person is just what it is. Okay? The way you walked in like a lady, you might have to walk away like a lady. It's just what it is. Yes, that's what I like first. Give it some time. See, people want to push too fast. They want to push so fast. I think because it's the physical thing. We always look at the physical thing and how fine he is, how pretty she is. Don't know if this person is crazy. Want to beat your ass energy. Sorry. First thing we look at the physical shit. Okay. Everything in divine timing lets things flow. So if you're moving too fast, you already know what's going to happen. He ain't going to respect you, and he damn sure ain't going to wife you. Okay? See, one thing over here, ask Big Mama, honey, this is what I do. We don't sit up in illusions over here, baby. Oh, yeah. I want to go too far. My husband always told me, and he is a straight anal person. He said, ain't nothing open at night but legs. And he always tried to come to my house thinking he was going to open some motherfucking legs. And I would tell him, wherever you got your fun at, you better do it with them because you ain't going to play that game with me. Okay? So we had to get an understanding because he has no respect for women. He feel that a woman is no good other than to get in the kitchen and get in the bed. I don't know why I married his ass, and I'm gonna keep it on the real. Ain't no person, no have no respect for no woman. Why? Because he didn't have no respect for his mama. That was his first teacher, so she dropped the ball. So anything after that, shit. What you mean? He wasn't no good for nobody. It stopped with the mama. Hold on, y'all. Oh my goddamn card. Yeah. So his mama walked away, daddy walked away. You think he gonna be good for any woman? No, ma'am. So I think I got these from TikTok, and these are called Spindler Messages. I think that's what that said. The writing is real. I gotta have some glasses, even white, read them. My day is actually beautiful. How are your baby? I'm still on that moon energy. About to do some more rituals tonight. You know, I'm gonna enjoy this. You know, you still gotta pull that energy. Even though when them days is over, honey, I still want to get that energy. Huh. What you mean? Shoot, I say ride that wave. There's a time to let some stuff go in this new energy, okay? So let's see. So this is beautiful cards from TikTok. And these are like sayings. Ain't that pretty? Let's see what that one says. It says, it is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, be excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotions you put out comes back to you with a little conscious effort on your part. That happy ending can be yours. Believe that. Ain't that beautiful? Yes. That is powerful. That's exactly what we're talking about. Letting things be alone and move on. And guys, forgive me, mama did have 4 strokes, y'all. So I'm glad to be able to talk, okay? I couldn't talk for close to 5 years. So, you know, sometimes my words get kind of crazy because of the strokes that I had, okay? But I'm doing much better. But this is a powerful, 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 powerful deck. I got a lot of cards like this. It helps me with my reading. Because, you know, if you know anybody had a stroke or anything like that, I got hit in the head 4 times with 3 blood clots. So when they did my surgeries, I came out not talking. And so I was from what I'm talking now to blah, 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 and I did that close to 5 years. With lime mane mushrooms, capsules, helped me out a lot. Then I never stopped. I was still pushing my business with my soap line, hold my soaps like this. Couldn't talk, but I was going to the bank. Chain, chain. I did not ever give up. And being on social media really helped me. Facebook, YouTube, bingo. I mean, everybody showed me so much love. If I made a mistake, they corrected me and different things like that. So I had a lot of love, especially on YouTube. Oh my God. They took care of me and my daughter almost a whole year. Then when I tell you they showed out in behalf of me and my daughter over here on YouTube, I am so thankful and will always be thankful what everybody did for me when I was very sick. Oh, you had a stroke too? Yeah, so if my words mess up sometimes, that's why, babies. Don't read it to me, okay? You know, it's so bad because I was so out of commission that YouTube demised my account, my account. So I did all that work, and I tried to get back online, and they put a lie and said that I was reusing somebody else's works. I've never used nobody's shit. What you see with me is what you get. Well, I don't need to go do no. You see my face, you hear my conversation. That's what it was. I think they just had a problem because I was not activated all those years, you know. And when I did try to get back on here, I couldn't talk, so it didn't matter. So I lost all my money, my super chats and everything. And now I got to do 8,000 minute of something they want me to do, and I over 1,000,000 on reels. They should be shading themselves. So that's why I'm gonna build Mamatarot74 up. So if you guys can go over there to Mamatarot74, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I have to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I think it's 4,000 watch times. Oh yeah, honey, I done been through it all. I done covered. When I tell you I done went through everything, you seen a walking a testimony, honey. Not only did I deal with the strokes, I had heart failure from the stroke, my kidney, my liver. I just fought cancer 3 months ago. Oh, Big Mama. I'm part of the collective, baby. I'm part of that tribe. I done been through everything, and you know sometimes you have to be the example for a lot of people that the Creator don't forget you. I don't care if you can talk or not. You gonna still get them same down lines like anybody else. I promise you. Now I like this one too, y'all. It's called I Don't Care. I got these at TikTok. It's called I Don't Care. So let's see. Let's pull that energy on these. These are all brand new cards. So we're going to pull the energy and see what they say. Yes, TikTok. Oh, I've been through, baby. That manifestation, it ain't nothing to play with. And I believed in God. It was so crazy because when I came out the surgery, I couldn't talk. But I was still praising God. And I was trying to tell my daughter the whole time. I knew exactly what I was saying, but I couldn't get the words out. And I kept saying, ah, blah, 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 blah. And I called my daughter Mommy for about 5 years. And I said, Mama, ah, blah, 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 blah. Ah, blah, 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 blah. You know, I couldn't talk, you know. But I knew what I was saying. And as the healing went on, then I could start really say what I was saying, I believe in God. And I would run about the house saying, ah, blah, 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 blah. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Ah, blah, 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 blah. And I was talking to God. I believe in God. And I did that for some years. And when I was able to get the words out, I told my daughter, I believe in God. I believe in God. See, people ain't never been through nothing. People don't understand the works of God until you get to the point where you leave here 3 times and got an opportunity to come back 3 times. Life is never going to look the same. And that's why I don't play with people no more. Call me fat, black, bald head. I don't care. Whatever you think you can do to me, I have been through it. I am here for this divine timing in my life. And I'm not going to give up for nobody. So if they don't see me here on YouTube, They'll never see me. But who's meant to be in my walk, is already done. I'm still standing here. Man, I ain't about to play with nobody. I ain't about to convince nobody. If you can't feel this energy, you don't need to sit with this energy. See, I come here for power, honey. When I speak into people's life, I don't play no games. I'm not here going to sugar shit for nobody when it comes to spirit. I'm not about to do it. But everything I do with power. It's already done. The manifestation is already done. The intent is already done. If he can do it for them, he can do it for me. What you mean? I stand firm on his word. Even little old me. That's how I live. I'm serious about spirit. I'm I'm about business when it comes to the God. Because I know I walk around with some powerful stuff. I don't never in my life want to shirk my responsibility as a healer because you out of line. I understand universal laws. And I know how Creator will sit your ass down when you ain't using the gift that he gave you. Oh, honey, we don't play no games over here. Big Mama's about that. I done helped too many people. I probably get close to 10 orders a day, readings. Sometimes I'll be so tired. But I'll make it to the next day, But people love the connection with me. My reasons will never, my prices is my prices. I don't chirp on my business. 10 cards is $135. For 15 cards, it's $155. My prices never change. Dollar asks Big Mama soaps. It will never change. You can follow me on Facebook. And you measure me there, follow me. Ask Big Mama Baity. Baity. I don't play no games. And I have people who've been working with me for years, since 2009. When I stepped on YouTube's platform. Some of y'all with it, some of y'all ain't. Some are real and some are fake. But I just have to be the ones. I don't need no cards. I use it for business. When I go to the source, it's over. Some people can't deal with it because I scare people. I can be too theatrical and people can't stand that. It's scary for a lot of people. And I tell people all the time, when I speak into your life, it's something in front of you. I don't go back. And whatever needs to come out, I let it come out. And that's just what that is. Oh, yeah, honey. I'm strong, honey. I believe in me, honey. Why you think I'm still standing here, baby? I am a warrior. I'm an Aries all day, baby. No weak shit here, love. Don't feel sorry about me, honey, because I should have took care of myself. See, one thing I know about the Creator, you ain't do what you need to do. He'll sit your ass down. Only thing I was worried about money, going to the next level, but I was sick. It didn't care about none of that. So yeah, if you don't do right, everybody gonna get a lesson. I learned mine. I knew my body was sick, and I didn't listen to it. Stroked my ass out 4 times. So, I don't make no excuses, honey, as adjustments. Yes. What you just say? Basically, Rachel, you just said what this came in this card. You said, well, there's a problem that's not your problem. Look, his spirit just came right here and said, sorry, but not sorry. If you gonna do some shit and you know what you was doing, what you gonna say sorry for? If you out here laying around different, you know what you're doing. Why you feel guilty? You wasn't sorry when you did it. Sorry, but not sorry. Because you knew what you were doing. I knew I wasn't taking care of myself. Don't feel sorry for me. Because my body was showing me a long time something wasn't right. But the only thing I thought about is taking care of my family and go to the next level. It didn't matter after I had them strokes, because everything I built, I lost. My home, car, everything. Homeless for 3 years. So, you talking about lessons? Oh my goodness. And this went on for like 7 years. Better alone than in bad company. Exactly. So I learned a lot of shit in them 7 years. I had to sit with thyself. I had to do the shadow work. I had to change path. Could nobody else do it for me? And then mistakes I ever made in my life, I had to own on my shit. You know? Whatever it had to go, had to go. The things that wasn't working for me had to go. You know what I'm saying? And the universe will show you different ways to change your situation. And I think a lot of us are scared for change. And this is why we find ourselves in the situations that we do. Right? Do that work. Do that shadow work. That is very important. Now, this is what I got from TikTok. Look at those. As I said, they came from Tumu. I hate this plastic, but that's what they gave me. But these cards is powerful. We're going to pull that energy as well. Let's see. The future. Look how beautiful these are. It is your destiny. What you've shown, you should achieve your success. So everything is looking bright for a lot of y'all. Some of y'all probably started your own businesses, different things like that. Some of y'all don't walk away from different things like that. Right? Your life is going to be better because you won't change. Don't be closed for opportunities to sit in the sun of your face. The future is so bright for a lot of y'all. Understand that. Some of y'all is doing the work. Some of y'all are walking away from dumb stuff. The divine is with you. Can't make this up. The divine is with you. Gifts from God's. See the future. Look at that. Right there on top of each other. Devoted to the spirit. What did I tell you? I live my life about the Creator and everything that's around Him. Look at that. My future is divine. And yours. Spirit ain't gonna lie to you for nobody. We're sitting here having a conversation, and with Spirit giving us what? Confirmation. And I'm not even doing readings. I'm just sharing some of reviews of my cards. But I'm still putting the energy of on each energy. Oh, and these are powerful cards. For real, they really are. I have to be led when I buy my cards. I have to be led to them. Now this one is called the Twin Flames. That's for that love. Love is just a beautiful thing. I guess everybody in love. Everybody want love. We all want to be touched and loved and respected, endeared, and all that good shit that come with it. Holidays and Valentine's and date night and all that good, mushy stuff. Yes, we want our twin flames. We don't want no karmic relationships. We don't want the third party relationship either. We want our own counterparts. You know, we don't want to share with other people, okay? Get your own man. I dream about you all the night. Oh, yes. That's what you want your man to say. I dream about you at night. Oh, I miss you too. I miss my man. I just lost my man. He was murdered. It's been now 2 years now, and he was killed in Atlanta from the police coming from work. Because he was black. Riding black from work. So I miss my man. 6 years. Some of y'all just tired of running from toxic relationships. No longer are we going for that fool shit anymore. You got to get up. The right man come up in my life, honey, you got to get your ass up, honey. If a mother come up in this life and show me some shit that I never seen in my life, I'm sorry, partner. You're on your own. We got the Misket Rose, Red Rose. I love these too. This is a night when I got this. I think these from TikTok. You get to see the box. The Twin Flames. I got that from TikTok as well. I got these. Look how beautiful. The rose is like a rose. The Misket Red Rose Oracle. And look how beautiful these are. Thank you, baby. I miss my baby. He was so fine. Oh, my God. That man was a man like no other. Coming from work and didn't make it. Come home. Yep. It was all over the news. You put up his name. Vincent Dow. They did him wrong. But it happens. It's some evil people that hate black people. And it's just what the hell it is. He didn't bother nobody. He was coming from work. Just got off at 16 hours. And never make it back home. Okay. The clock. That can mean a lot of different things. Time don't wait on no goddamn body. You want love? Get it. You want that job? Get it. You want to move away from people? Do it. Tick tock, a tick tock. A tick tick a tick tock. That's all it is. Needing time. Cycles. Take time. Take time to heal. You going through processes in your life. Shit, time don't wait on nobody. Do you understand me? You know? It's so crazy because the whole time I was in his life, I really taught this man about spirituality. He learned so much from me in those 6 years. And I killed him close. And it's so sad because I had to leave with that last stroke. I wasn't even gone back home for 3 months before he was murdered. See, I always kept him on the circle with my family. So when I had to leave, he lost my protection in a lot of ways. 3 months. I was only gone for 3 months and he was dead. So sad. But he was in his feeling with me because I had to leave. So he was mad. He was a Virgo, you know. And had he talked to me, I could have told him something, you know, because I always warned him about everything. He didn't want to pick up that phone. Mm-mm-mm. I had a long, I restless still to this day with that. If I would have stayed at home, would have been the same thing. But fate is people's fate. I don't have control in that. My daughter had to break me up on that one. Everybody's story is different, and that's what it is. The coffin. Look at this. Talking about my man. Ain't nothing I could have did. Whatever was supposed to be in his life happened. And the great thing about it, I gave him so much energy. He knew all about God. He knew about his ancestors, his orishas, his angels. I put so much energy in this man. So I was thankful. And he stays with me. When I was sick, he shows his face around this house a lot of times. But literally, he was trying to take me with him because I was so sick. And, you know, my daughter, she got the same gift, and she knew he was coming for me. And she told him, leave my mother alone. It ain't time for her to leave. And I was fighting at that time. I was fighting hard to be here. And I seen a lot of my loved ones. My mom was ready for me to leave, but I didn't want to leave my daughter in the wilderness by herself. New beginnings, reborn, going to the next level, tragic endings. My man died tragically because he was black. He left from work. His guy he worked with, white guy, gave him a ride. You know, he used to go to the train, then he'll go back to his car. So he rode with them. They're driving at up the road, the white man said. He said, wasn't no problems. He said, did the police set up next to him? He spoke. The officer spoke to him. It wasn't no problem. But when he seen Vince, because he's black, it was a problem. He said, so they just kept driving. The next minute, here come the lights. So he was like, well, why are they pulling me over, you know? And he was like, man, you got anything in your car? He said, I got my gun. He said, I'm licensed to carry my gun. He said, I can't be about no guns or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So they pulled him over. They didn't pull the white man off. They pulled my husband to be. They came to his car, and they asked him for his ID and his picture and his license, and he was like, "Well, man, I'm not even driving. He just gave me a ride from work." I guess he said what he said pissed him off. Get out the car with me right now. He said, well, man, why are you taking me to get out the car? I ain't did nothing. Get out the car now. He said, only thing he know, the police start beating the hell out of him. Just beating him. He said, so he tried to just jump out to help, you know, and he said the officer told him, oh, you were in lover? You could go, well, he about to go say another word. He said, only thing he know, another the police guy came and they were whispering, and he trying to help Vince. He's like, man, I'm sorry. Blood, he said, blood and stuff was everywhere. He said, but then he took Vince into another car. They don't know where he did with him. When they found Vince, he was never booked in no jail or nothing. They found his body on the ground, head broke. He had blood coming out the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the stomach, and the rectum. Gone. They don't know how he got up in there. So that was very tragic. And it's so sad that people today is that evil. He walked away 4 girls. Daddy gone for nothing. Yes. So this last 7 years has been very hard in a lot of ways. But the great thing about it, I showed him God. He knew he had God in him. Through all the stuff that he's seen. And it's so crazy because he was one of them kids. I don't know if y'all guys remember in Atlanta when all them black kids was coming up missing in the 70s. And every time you turn around, it was a black baby, young boy that was murdered. I don't know if y'all remember about that. It was the short black man who they say was the one who was doing that, killing all the killings of the black kids in Atlanta. Look it up on YouTube. Well, he was one of them kids that got away. He had to be like 7 years old, but he was the only child that survived. And still to die tragically like he did. So look it up. The Atlanta stories of the kids that was, I mean, he killed so many black kids there. They try to say it was a black man. I don't believe it. I really don't. And they was hanging the kids and stuff, and it was in the 70s. But it was all over the news and stuff like that. But look it up. Look it up. I don't know if it was around 74 or something like that, but it's on YouTube. But he was one of them ones, he's the only one who survived. Because he from the streets, so he knew how to fight. And he fought his way to get the hell. And he was all in the paper and everything. The only one who survived out of all them boys. It's crazy. But you know, back in them days in the 70s, it was a lot of missing kids. Not just black ones. They never ever found them children. Back in the 70s, I was young then. And mama never wouldn't let us go too many places because, you know, you go outside playing with the ball, you never came back. Yeah. And that went around for years in the 70s. Yeah. But he's one of my ancestors. He be loving up on me too much. I know he's always close to me. Every time I do a picture, he's in my pictures. You can see the whole face. It's like the thing I just did for my daughter for her birthday. And I don't really take a lot of pictures, but I wanted to have more memories with my family. And in a couple of my shots that I had, his whole face was in it. The beard, everything, standing right next to me. Had one right here on the side of my stomach and one here about my face. The whole damn face. So, you know, loved ones will still stay with you. People, I don't know what people think. Energy never dies. It never dies. That energy gonna live forever. You know? People don't know about death if you ain't never left here and came back. I came back here 3 times. The first time I remember I was 5 years old when I got hit by the truck. And then this time, I didn't see nothing in the second time. But that last one, I seen all my loved ones. My mom, my dad, cousins, and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it was very loud. And it smelled like cookies. And I'll never forget it. Me looking at my mom, reaching out to her. And I really wanted to go with her. But it gave me a glimpse of my daughter and my kids and stuff. And she basically told me, you want to come with me? And I seen my daughter. I said, no, I don't want to leave my baby in the wilderness by herself. And I remember my mom hold her arm out to me. And that's when I came back. But your loved ones will be there with you. Don't think they don't. Because when my mom died, she saw my grandmother. She said, "Mommy." And she reached out and she was gone. So I don't know why they keep saying it don't happen. Yes, it does. I done seen so many people die in front of me and different things like that, and working, taking care of people and stuff, and everybody get a chance to go back to their ancestors, and they always go back to mommy. Mommy gonna always be in the building. Do you hear me? Because she's the earth. She's everything. She's the womb. And she's going to bring you back in when you get ready. And mama already on the other side. Mama. You're going to hear a lot. Mommy. I done seen it too many times. I used to be scared of death. I'm not scared of it no more. I done been through so much. I done seen so much death. And when I watched my mom go through the death, a shadow to death, it gave me a whole respect about death. I used to be scared of it. I'm not scared of it at all anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's a place. Everybody's story is different, you know. I will say this. Create your own heaven and your hell on this earth. I tell you that. You can pick and choose what happiness you want for yourself. You don't have to do what other people do. You don't have to be a nasty person. You don't have to be an evil person. If that's in you, it's in you. Whatever you are is what you could continue being. Just what it is. That's why I say treat people right. Show love. Don't go up on people's sugar meters and being disrespectful, saying the hurtful things. You don't know if a person is going through some situations in their life. Right? Oh, yeah, poor baby. Yes, I know that's sick. That cancer ain't nothing, baby. I watched my mama do it. We only had 1 week for her. But it's so crazy because I told my mom 20-some years ago that she had cancer. My abilities, I could smell it. And I remember I looked at my mom in that living room. I said, "Mom, I think you got cancer, Mama. I need you to go get checked out." My mom cussed me out like a goddamn dog. "The hell you talking about? I ain't got no cancer." I said, "Mama, I'm telling you, please go get checked out." That was 20 years later. I told her that. You know what the doctors told me and my brothers and sisters? My mama had that cancer in her body over 20 years. Her whole body, from the brain all the way down to the stomach, was cancer. He said, "I can't believe she lasted that long." And I did have a conversation with Mom. She said, "Thank you, baby. You told me years ago." My mama never forgot about that. I think how she listened to me and that lead on her own understanding, my mama we would have fought that together and we would have got through it. But when a spiritual mother tell you something, and at that time I didn't even know what my gifts were, you know. Thank you, baby, for turning in. Thank you. I'm going to follow you, baby. Let me see. I'm going to have to, I'll put you down. Put your mod up in there. So when you come back, and I can put your thing on there and send you something on there. But guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You know, we did a little reviews and we just talked about the cards and we put the energy from it. Um, Guys, you make sure you watch all my videos in its entirety. Please go over to Mamatarot74 and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I have to get to 1,000 subscribes to open me up. Okay, I'm gonna start some videos. I'm gonna start throwing them down, you know, and so I can really build it. I'm getting older now. I don't have all the energy like I did before. Whew. And that million, they talk about a million on Reels. Come on, man. I'm just going to do what I need to do and move it on. I will make sure all the information is on the video, how you can get your private reading from me. All right. With that being said, remember I do all works, jars, everything, okay? Petitions, all that type of stuff. All that. All right. With that being said, it's your girl, Ask Big Mama. Till tomorrow. Ashe. Thank you, baby.